This is the 7th edition of Concacaf Champions League Quarterfinal Focus, Concacaf TV's weekly look at the road to the championship round. Today the focus is on Real Salt Lake. The 2009 U.S. champion reached the quarterfinals by finishing as the Group A winner, 3 points ahead of Cruz Azul. In order to do that, Real went unbeaten in 5 of its 6 group games, winning all 3 at home, including a 3-1 triumph over La Máquina in their last group encounter. Real Salt Lake got things going with a 2-1 win over visiting ADB Unido. In an unevenly played game, Álvaro Saborío was the difference, scoring both goals. His late penalty broke the deadlock. 7 days later, Salt Lake went on the road to face Cruz Azul in Mexico City, and the meeting became an instant classic. 2 goals by Saborío made it 2-1 for the visitors at the half. Fabian Espandola appeared to put things out of reach in the 63rd, but the home side fired back through Javier Orozco, who scored 3 goals in 14 minutes to give Cruz Azul a 4-3 advantage. Will Johnson leveled for Real late, only for Christian Jimenez to strike in the dying seconds. It ended 5-4 for Cruz Azul. On match day 3, Real Salt Lake returned home to post a relatively easy 4-1 win on fellow MLS side Toronto FC. After falling behind early, Real netted 4 unanswered goals. Kyle Beckerman drew both teams even, while Jamison Olave made it 2-1 before the half. Saborío got his name on the score sheet 24 minutes into the second half. Paulo Araujo closed the goal account in the 69th. A week later, Real faced a far more difficult challenge in Panama against ADB Unido and won 3-2. Will Johnson made it 1-1 in the 10th minute. Saborío scored in his 4th straight game to give his team the lead. Johnson struck again before the interval to give the Utah-based side all the goals it would need for the victory. Real stayed on the road in its next match against Toronto. The game would end 1-1. Javier Morales' 68th minute goal was the equalizer. Salt Lake clinched the group title at home in its last game with a stunning 3-1 win over Cruz Azul, before a sellout crowd at Rio Tinto Stadium. Paulo Araujo knocked in the first 2 goals, 1 in each half. Colin Warner made it 3-0, and that's all Real would need. A quarterfinal matchup against the Columbus Crew will ensure that a team from the U.S. advances to the semifinals for the first time, a feat sure to make the fans stand up and cheer.